Today, I address the hidden part of you that has been quietly yearning, even as the world perceives you as merely going through the motions. As the dawn breaks, you rise to meet the day, fulfilling the roles assigned to you, offering smiles when the moment calls for it, and continuing onward. Yet, beneath the surface, an unsettling truth lingers. Something is amiss. An unshakable weight lingers, an unseen force that trails behind you into each space, every choice, and all connections. You've made attempts to overlook it. You've convinced yourself it's merely a phase, a fleeting stress, an inevitable aspect of the human experience. Yet, your soul possesses a deeper understanding. It has been softly murmuring, yearning for someone to recognize the burdens it has been carrying through each chapter of your existence. The reality is, you have discovered how to navigate life with burdens that were never intended to accompany your path. Links of fear, links of shame, links of guilt that didn't originate with you, yet were handed down like unseen legacies. Links forged from the language of others who sought to label you, from the dismissals that made you doubt your value, from the wounds that gradually took fragments of your essence. Those wounds you conceal beneath your accomplishments, your diversions, and your acts of service have not escaped my gaze, for I, your God, remain ever aware of them. I witnessed the instant when the inaugural link of that chain was secured to your essence. In that fleeting moment, I caught the glimmer of despair in your gaze as hope eluded your grasp once more. I observed you continue on your path, burdened with items I never requested, striving to showcase your resilience when all I desired was your capitulation. And I understand, oh how I understand, that you've pondered the reason behind the absence of that long-awaited breakthrough. While others seem to advance, you find yourself ensnared in a spiritual haze, as though an invisible force is restraining your progress. In the stillness of the night, your voice has echoed, pleading, "What is wrong with me? What is holding me back from progressing past this point?" My response arrives not as a thunderous revelation, nor through an echoing voice from afar, but rather as these gentle, living words crafted solely for your spirit. Today marks the moment when the shackles start to shatter. It is not through your strength, nor through your toil, nor by your own understanding or merit, but solely by my decree. For there arrives a time in your narrative when the heavens decree that the suffering must cease. There arrives a time when I, your Father, stand and declare, "This one belongs to me," and it is time to shatter what was intended to bring about their ruin. The time has come. These chains have eluded the gaze of many, yet they remain starkly visible to me. I have observed how they constricted with each instance you accepted a falsehood about your own worth. I have observed how your heart retreats when it ought to swell with courage. I understand the struggle that rages within you each time you attempt to embrace the unfamiliar. And I have shed tears alongside you, not out of a sense of your fragility, but in response to the pain you have endured. For so long, you've borne your burdens in silence that the sensation of freedom has become a distant memory. Yet, it remains etched in my memory. I still recall the version of you I crafted before the world caressed your essence. I recall the happiness I infused into your heart long before any trace of fear emerged. In my mind's eye, I can still see the innocence, the unwavering faith, the brilliance that once illuminated everything. I remain steadfast in my pursuit of restoring everything. I remain steadfast in my belief in you, despite the disappointments that have come your way time and time again, despite the falls that have left you feeling too ashamed to stand tall, and despite the creeping doubts that may have led you to question whether true freedom is within reach for someone such as yourself. I am here to declare that it is indeed so. It is not merely a possibility. It is a guarantee. Your challenges have not rendered you unworthy. You have been positioned. As your adversary believed he was overwhelming you with burdens, I was quietly readying to unveil a power that transcends your own. As the world moved on, oblivious to the struggles you faced in silence, I was meticulously crafting your liberation. And though you sensed abandonment, I was inching nearer. For I hold dear in my heart that which I cherish and never let it fade from my memory. My affection for you surpasses the limits of your understanding. My love is not delicate. It remains steadfast in the face of your failures. It remains steadfast in the face of uncertainty. It remains steadfast even in moments of falter. It remains. It envelopes. It battles. Today, that love will achieve what your strength could never accomplish. It shall shatter the bonds that bind. Silently, in an instant, unchangeably, links forged in the fires of your history. Links forged in trepidation. Links forged by those who lack the understanding to truly cherish you. Burdened by chains you never sought, yet find yourself bearing nonetheless. Links you believe defined who you are. I am not daunted by what has bound you. I find no astonishment in the duration of its presence. I perceive everything in its entirety. Yet, I proclaim, you are unbound. Not in principle, not in due time. Yet here you are, in this very moment, absorbing these words, and thus the journey commences. A subtle transformation is occurring in the invisible realm. A deep resonance stirs within the soul. What once held you in a firm grip will start to ease its hold. What once muted your expression will start to break apart. What once sapped your vitality will relinquish its hold. The patterns have indeed run deep. The chains have coiled around your thoughts, binding them in intricate layers. Yet, I delve even further, and I possess the strength to slice through it all. This does not mark the start of a personal development odyssey. This marks the dawn of liberation. It begins with a humble acknowledgement, a heartfelt, "Yes, Lord, I receive this." There is no requirement to change who you are in order to attain freedom. It's not necessary to grasp every detail of the journey. There's no need to justify the duration of this wait. All it takes is your faith in the depth of my love for you to understand why I must step in. Indeed, I do. I have arrived for you. I am not a distant deity observing in quietude. I am the one who kneels beside the broken-hearted, cradling the shattered pieces in my hands until they radiate with the light of rebirth. I am the one who strides through flames alongside you, who converses in tempests, who lingers in stillness to murmur, "You are not alone." And now, dear one, I speak to your heart. Rise, not through struggle, nor through fear, but in the quiet power of understanding that I am with you, dismantling what was intended to hold you back. This is reality. This is not mere exaggeration. This is the celestial shift towards you. It exists in truth. This matter holds a personal significance. It is now. Your presence here, engaging with these words, is no mere accident, nor the result of a fleeting coincidence or aimless scrolling through a digital landscape. You have been guided to this place by an unseen force, compelled by a subtle influence that may have eluded your comprehension, yet resonated profoundly within you. That profound feeling within you, that unmistakable awareness that this message is meant for you. Indeed, that is I. I possess the ability to reach you with clarity, even amidst the clamor that surrounds you. Even when you are overlooked by others, I possess the ability to delve into the depths of your soul and convey my understanding. I perceive your presence. I am familiar with you, and I stand by your side. Recently, there have been instances where you've found yourself doubting your own faith, not due to a loss of belief in me, but rather a waning confidence in my willingness to act on your behalf. While others bask in the glow of answered prayers, your own pleas linger in the shadows, unheard and unanswered. You've pondered whether I am attuned to your words, if my voice still echoes, if my heart remains engaged. I need you to listen to me attentively. I have always remained by your side. My gaze has always remained fixed upon you. I have never forsaken the journey we embarked upon together in your life. The stillness you experienced was not a reflection of my departure. It was a time of preparation, ready for this pivotal moment. I stand on the brink of unveiling the extent of my diligent efforts that have quietly unfolded in the shadows. I am not tardy. I am not remote. I refuse to be passive. I act with purpose. I navigate with insight, with affection, and with impeccable timing. And as you experience the weight of being bound, the sensation of being stuck, hidden, and even invisible to those around you, I have been shaping a freedom that transcends mere emotions and delves deep into your very essence. You have adapted to living within constraints for such an extended period that you now refer to them as ordinary. Yet, I never reached out to you for the sake of survival. I reached out to you to embrace life, The sensation coursing through you at this moment, that subtle warmth in your chest, this sacred unease, marks the awakening of your soul to the truth once more. You were not destined to bear the burdens of your ancestors. You were not meant to be ensnared in endless loops of failure. You were not meant to yield to shame, regret, or fear. You were crafted in my likeness. Within you lies the essence of the divine. In your presence, I perceive not your shortcomings, your imperfections, or your uncertainties. I behold my child. I perceive an individual deserving of salvation, deserving of affection, deserving of rescue. One might believe that they have ventured too far, lingered too long, or stumbled too grievously. Yet, I have already glimpsed the conclusion of your tale, and redemption remains yours to claim. I have but a single request for you. A single, straightforward reply. Neither performance nor perfection, nor a collection of unkeepable promises. I seek your affirmation. The soft affirmation of your heart whispers, God, I may not grasp it all, yet my desire for you remains unwavering. I yearn for liberation. I long to experience the sensation of walking unburdened, free from the unseen weights that anchor me to the ground. That is all. Your words don't have to be perfect, nor must your belief be unwavering. All I seek is a heart that is open and ready. For that reason, I can engage with it. I have always done so. Are you aware of how many of my most remarkable miracles started with someone just like you? Exhausted, battered, uncertain, yet clinging to the faintest glimmer of hope. That is all I require. There's no need for you to put on a brave face in this space. Please, feel free to express your emotions without reservation around me. I am already aware of the true essence of who you are. It is the authentic version of you that captures my heart, not the facade you present to the world, nor the guise you don to shield your true self. I perceive beyond the surface of it all, and I continue to assert, you belong to me. Your presence is requested. You have not strayed too far from the path. Allow me to share another thought with you. The shackles that bind you tremble at the unfolding events of this very moment. They understand that the moment truth takes root in your heart, their power starts to fracture. That is the reason they battled fiercely to maintain your distraction, disheartenment, and disconnection. Each time you attempt to draw near, it feels as though life spirals further into chaos. What the adversary intended as opposition, I now embrace as affirmation. When you find yourself in the midst of a struggle, it signifies that there exists within you something truly valuable, something deserving of the fight. The adversary refrains from expending efforts on those who present no danger. You, my dear, pose a formidable threat to the shadows. Thus, the chains arrived. The attack carried a deeply personal weight. The depth of that shame was profound. What the adversary employed to label you, I shall now transform into a sacred anointment for you. What was intended to hold you back, I will transform into a force that elevates others. Thus, the journey commences today. This very moment is sacred. It might seem still. It might seem straightforward. Yet, within the spirit realm, a tremor stirs. A rending occurs. A release is on the horizon. The period of waiting has come to an end. The era of obscurity is drawing to a close. You are embarking on the journey of your transformation. I invite you to join me in a more profound realm, not faith, not about performance, only existence. I long to stroll alongside you as I once did with Adam in the garden. I wish to converse with you in the quietude. I yearn to mend the spaces you've abandoned. I long to rekindle the warmth within your heart once more, not through clamor, but through the resonance of my voice. It requires merely a single, straightforward agreement. Speak it softly, if that's what it takes. Let the tears flow if that's what you can muster. Yet, utter it. Indeed, my Lord, I stand poised on the brink of liberation. I am prepared to release the burdens that have weighed me down. I am prepared to perceive myself through your eyes. That whisper heralds the breaking of chains. The invisible chains you have experienced, those unseen bonds that restrict your freedom, rendering joy ephemeral and peace a mere echo of the past. They did not begin yesterday. They did not materialize in an instant. They emerge gradually, through quietude, through suffering, in those instances when you found yourself most exposed and least shielded. Some were inherited, traversing generations that remained unaware of the burden they bore. Some were shaped in particular instances that fractured something deep within you. Words uttered in your presence that brought a shadow instead of light. Deceptions that led you to doubt your value. Rejections that rendered love a perilous endeavor, even in my own company. And gradually, without awareness, you started to embrace falsehoods that were never woven into the fabric of my intentions for you. This is the reality you must grasp at this moment. Each chain is forged from a single deception. That is the manner in which the adversary functions. He arrives without grand proclamations. He arrives quietly, sowing the seeds of distortion. He seizes your experiences, authentic, agonizing, unrefined, and cloaks them in a distorted portrayal of your identity. He murmurs that you are unworthy of love as someone turns their back. He implies that you are irreparably damaged when you find yourself repeating the same cycle once more. He asserts that if healing were truly attainable, it would have already occurred. Gradually, those murmurs evolve into an additional voice within your thoughts. So intimate, it feels as though it belongs to you. However, it is not. The voice, the condemnation, the unyielding pressure, it does not originate from within me. I do not cast judgment. I refrain from casting blame. I stand by you in your moments of struggle. Your process never ceases to captivate me. I do not cast you aside for your shortcomings. My voice resonates with vitality, not despair. My spirit speaks with conviction, not to cast shame upon you, but to foster healing and guide you toward wholeness once more. The burden you've been carrying, the oppressive weight that lingers, the mental fatigue that clings to you with every movement, it's not the burden of my existence. It is the remnants of a battle unfolding within the soul concerning your very essence. For this is what the adversary dreads above all else, a child who possesses a clear sense of self. He dreads the instant you come to understand that the very essence that resurrected Jesus from the grave resides within you. He dreads the moment when you cease to create and begin to endure. He fears the moment you come to think you are cherished unconditionally, selected without any criteria, and liberated without limitations. For that type of child strides with strength. Such a child remains impervious to the influences of shame or fear. Such a child emerges as a catalyst for change, liberating others from their constraints. And dear one, that is your true essence from the moment you came into this world. Yet the adversary understands that if he can persuade you to think you remain shackled, even when I have already proclaimed your liberation, he can maintain the illusion that the prison door remains firmly shut. He understands that by shrouding your thoughts in guilt, self-doubt, and feelings of unworthiness, you will cease to strive for my presence. You will withdraw into solitude, inflict suffering upon yourself, dull your senses, and ultimately come to regard the shackles as a familiar part of your existence. Yet, I never intended for you to bear the weight of chains. I created you to bear the weight of glory. What you are experiencing at this moment, the awakening, the shaking, the stirring, is not confusion. It is a moment of profound insight. I am revealing the truth behind the scenes. Your challenges often stem not from the world around you, but from an internal struggle against spiritual resistance. The sense of delay you experience was not solely a matter of timing. It frequently revolved around the theme of conflict. The rift in your relationships transcended mere miscommunication. It was the echoes of past injuries that the adversary exploited to fracture what I sought to mend. The weariness that has loomed over you like a persistent shadow was not merely a result of your hectic schedule. It was a weariness of the soul, the burden of harboring falsehoods for far too long. Now, allow me to share my perspective on the matter. I do not perceive you solely through the prism of your struggles. I perceive the struggle, indeed, but there is something deeper at play. I perceive the essence of your heart. Your unwavering hope persisted, even in the face of pain. Your persistence in reaching out to me, even during my moments of silence, did not go unnoticed. I recognize the countless moments you felt the urge to give up, yet there exists a quiet voice within you, a voice I instilled, urging you to persevere. That soft murmur was my voice. I have always remained by your side, particularly during those moments when you felt as though you were traversing through darkness. At last, the moment has arrived to unveil what has long been concealed, for the only deceptions that wield influence are those that remain shrouded in shadow. Upon encountering the truth, their grip starts to wane. I now proclaim the truth over you. You are not defined by failure. You are not beyond repair. You remain in memory. You remain eligible. You have not arrived after the expected time. You are not the person they claimed you to be. Your past does not define you. Your identity is not defined by your actions or the actions of others towards you. You belong to me, selected, summoned, enveloped, evolving. You are cherished in ways that surpass your deepest understanding. The restoration of your existence commences with the rejuvenation of your thoughts. And that is precisely what I am engaged in at this moment, unraveling one thought after another. I am uprooting the deceit, discarding it like decayed roots, and nurturing something fresh, truth, identity, and a sense of belonging. You are not losing your mind. You are undergoing a process of purification. That is the reason it has been challenging. That's why everything has seemed so raw lately. I've stopped shielding the wound. I am addressing it. Healing often brings discomfort before it leads to relief. Rest assured, the anguish you are experiencing at this moment is not a form of retribution. It is the unraveling of all that was never destined to endure. The full breakthrough may not be visible to you just yet, but rest assured, it has already begun. As dawn ascends with gentle grace, the light starts to caress the corners of existence you believed were lost to time. Allow it to ascend. Allow it to pierce the mist. Allow it to penetrate the memories, the routines, the protective barriers. Allow it to permeate all, for in the presence of my light, darkness cannot endure. I have not guided you to this point only to abandon you here. Each moment that has brought me here, every tear shed, every setback endured, every quiet plea in the darkness has been collected in my hands, cradled against my heart, and intricately woven into a redemptive tapestry so profound, so intimate, that revealing it all at once would leave you breathless beneath the sheer weight of its splendor. Yet here I stand, inviting you to sense the initial quivers of what lies ahead, akin to the breeze that caresses the skin just before the tempest of transformation unleashes. I find myself inhaling the dust of your history, summoning it back to existence once more. The burdens you have borne were never meant for you, and for that reason, I will not permit you to continue on as if they are rightfully yours. You were designed for liberation, not the fleeting freedom that the world offers and withdraws, but the deep, abiding freedom that emanates from my spirit, bestowing upon you a tranquility that no tempest can snatch away. That is what I am bestowing upon you even as you absorb these words. That you may not completely sense it at this moment, believe me, your current feelings do not encompass the entirety of my actions. My commitments are not swayed by your emotions. They rely on my essence, and my essence remains constant. I am steadfast. I am virtuous. I am a liberator. I am a rejuvenator. And I have vowed to complete what I started within you. A shift has been stirring within you, an unexplainable force that nudges at your consciousness. The things you once accepted with ease now weigh heavily, and the relationships that once provided solace are starting to dissolve. Your spirit yearns for stillness, for authenticity, for the essence of being present. That is not mere coincidence. It is a testament that your spirit is answering my call. You are coming into consciousness. The shroud that obscured your vision is gradually being drawn back, and with its removal, you will start to perceive with greater clarity the actions unfolding in your midst. You will perceive my presence in manners you previously deemed unattainable. You will encounter signs that resonate like sacred murmurs, instances where all elements converge without explanation, as if I have choreographed the dance of fate. Notice the subtle details, the serene instances, the dialogues that appear mundane yet hold a surprising elegance. These are the markings of my hand, the shifts in your hunger for truth, the abrupt yearning to revisit prayer, the sensation of being summoned further into silence. These are not mere coincidences. They serve as signs that the chains are beginning to fracture. Your gait is shifting, your thoughts are evolving, and your desires are transforming. It's not a transformation into someone new. Rather, it's a homecoming to the essence of who you truly are within me. Divine appointments await you. Encounters with individuals yet to cross your path who will see within you the essence you've overlooked. Opportunities will arise that seem too serendipitous to be mere coincidence. Moments that ignite a fire in your heart, whispering to your spirit, this is your true calling. These occurrences are not mere coincidences. They are the realization of vows I made for you long ago, some even before your arrival in this world. These promises, though hidden beneath layers of suffering, the passage of time, and the debris of your history, remain etched in my memory, never to be forgotten. I uphold my commitment, and once more, I declare this promise to you. No longer will you tread the same path endlessly. The chains that once held you captive are beginning to weaken. The cycles of nearly there, yet not entirely, are drawing to a close. You shall not find yourself beginning anew from the very beginning. You shall not remain a spectator, watching others step beyond barriers while you linger in the shadows of procrastination. I am dismantling that barrier at this moment. What once stood in your path will transform into the very foundation beneath your feet. What once filled you with trepidation will transform into your narrative of triumph. You shall advance not through force, nor through relentless effort, but by the gentle breeze of my spirit guiding you onward. I assure you of this. Your voice will come back, not the one that seeks to appease or cloaks itself in decorum, but the voice I bestowed upon you when I crafted you in the hidden sanctuary. A voice that resonates with truth, shattering barriers and ushering in liberation. Silenced by fear, burdened by shame, and weighed down by the judgments of others, you have lost your voice. Yet, I am here to bring it back to you. When it returns, it will resonate with power, it will shine with purity, and it will unmistakably bear my mark. Your voice will resonate, shattering chains not solely for your own liberation, but for the multitude intertwined with your journey. For this endeavor transcends the individual. It encompasses the collective yearning for freedom. Your moment of triumph is more significant than you understand. Indeed, the journey has been arduous, and you have pondered whether the postponement signifies rejection. Yet rest assured, I have not overlooked the words I once uttered in your favor. I remain steadfast in my convictions. My promises hold firm and unwavering. As you read these words, I find myself rekindling dreams long forgotten, not those born from rivalry or comparison, but the ones I quietly nurtured within your soul when no eyes were upon us. Visions that seemed impossibly pristine, overwhelmingly grand, and breathtakingly lovely to endure the burden of the real world. Yet they are not gone. They are merely in repose, and I am stirring them from their slumber. As you embark on this journey, you'll start to perceive how particular words resonate within you, how past longings gradually diminish, and how fresh bravery begins to emerge. These are not mere emotions. They are spiritual indicators, the signs of my vitality, the breath of my spirit, heralding the shift of the seasons. As it transforms, so too shall you. Trust me when I express this. Today is anything but ordinary. This moment is far from trivial. This is sacred ground. Chains are shattering, not merely the visible ones, but also the concealed, the unspoken, the inherited ones. With each chain that shatters, your authentic self emerges, not a facade shaped by suffering, but the essence I always envisioned, the essence that strides in tranquility, stands with courage, and understands the essence of freedom. You've listened to my vows, you've perceived the change, you've detected the awakening of something fresh, but now I wish to reveal to you how this transforms into reality, not merely in your soul, but in your daily existence. For freedom is not a fleeting emotion you encounter once and then let slip away. Freedom embodies a manner of movement, a stance of the heart, a choice made each day to exist, contemplate, articulate, and cherish from the essence of your true self within me. It is precisely at that juncture where the chains begin to falter, not solely in your supplications, but within the very rhythms of your existence. Let us commence at the place where your chains have remained the heaviest, within your mind. This is the arena where the adversary has inflicted his most profound wounds. Thus, I urge you to begin observing your thoughts, not with trepidation, but with a sense of wonder and bravery. When a thought arises that whispers, "I'm not enough," take a moment to pause and inquire within, who imparted this belief to me? for the simple reason that I never did. When you hear the words, "I'll always be stuck," pause and reflect on what I have shared. I create pathways in the wilderness and bring forth rivers in the desert. When the voice within echoes shame, failure, or fear, acknowledge that it does not resonate with my true self. I urge you to start substituting each falsehood with honesty. This transcends mere positive thinking. It is a battle of the spirit, and you are not in this fight alone. I stand beside you amidst the chaos, fortifying your spirit, guiding your growth, and proclaiming truth that resonates above the tumult. Now, let us delve into the realm of your relationships. I understand that you have experienced pain. Trust has not been easily earned. It is clear that certain chains were forged by those you cherished, individuals to whom you bared your soul. Now, you navigate life with unseen barriers, allowing others to linger at a distance that permits interaction, yet never granting them access to the true essence of who you are. Yet, dear one, I crafted you for the purpose of connection. I fashioned you to be visible, recognized, and cherished, not solely by my affection, but by those I have woven into your existence as mirrors of my essence. Indeed, embracing love once more may seem daunting, yet you approach it not from a place of desperation any longer. Your actions stem from a place of healing, and the love that emerges from such a transformation is profoundly powerful. Thus, start to gently reopen your heart with care and purpose. Allow me to lead you to trustworthy individuals. Allow me to illustrate the essence of a genuine, heartfelt, and deeply spiritual connection. No longer must you tread this path in solitude. Then there exists your past, the memories you have concealed, the errors you continuously revisit, the instances you long to obliterate. Your plea for forgiveness reached me, and I have granted it immediately, completely, and forever. Yet, you find it difficult to grant yourself forgiveness. You return to the same failures, as though atonement could compensate for what my blood has already cleansed. I implore you to release it now, not due to its lack of significance, nor because it wasn't a source of pain, but because it no longer shapes your identity. You do not define that instant. You are not the one selected. You have transcended that version of yourself. Having witnessed every facet of your narrative, I still declare, you are pure, you are complete, you are mine. When your past attempts to voice its presence, respond with elegance. Remember that shame is not welcome at your table. Your redemption is complete, whole, and unequivocal. It is finished. I would like you to begin noticing the subtle ways in which I am weaving myself into your life. Cease the anticipation of a grand revelation to affirm your progress. Freedom often emerges through gentle transformations, a more serene reaction to discord, an awakened yearning for my voice, an unexpected impulse to seek solace in prayer where once there was only quietude. Honor those fleeting instances. They are far from small. These are indicators of recovery. They are fleeting visions of the new existence taking shape within you. Make sure to pay attention to them. Express your gratitude for them. Create a legacy of remembrance, ensuring that when the adversary attempts to deceive once more, you possess the proof to uphold your truth. Now, let us delve into the choices you make each day. Freedom is not a treasure to be guarded in silence. It is an endeavor you nurture. There will be times when you must decide what nourishes your soul rather than what dulls your suffering. There will come moments when the allure of past habits beckons, not due to a lack of strength, but rather the comfort of the known. But listen to me. Acquaintance does not equate to security. Merely because an experience brings comfort does not imply it is beneficial for your well-being. I invite you to embrace a journey towards something greater, more elevated, more pristine, and more complete. Indeed, the unknown can evoke a sense of unease initially, yet it is precisely within that discomfort that true growth resides. It is in that moment that belief becomes essential. And I shall rendezvous with you there, without fail, each time. Step into each room with the understanding that you are no longer confined. Even in the face of lingering resistance, stride forward as though the chains have vanished, for indeed, they have. Though fear may still murmur, press on regardless. As you journey forward in faith, your heart will inevitably align with your steps. Throughout this journey, I shall envelop you in affirmation. I will share with you words, individuals, and moments that resonate deeply with your spirit. I shall illuminate the way, one step at a time. There's no requirement to grasp the entirety of the scene. Simply heed the next whisper that calls to you. I shall take care of the remainder. And when you stumble, as you inevitably will, remember that you need not descend into chaos. Rise swiftly. Come back to me at once. My grace remains unwavering, regardless of your third, fifth, or even 50th misstep. I didn't select you for your perfection. I selected you because you belong to me. And I shall persist in elevating you, purifying you, guiding you, and restoring you. A good father fulfills his role with dedication and care. Begin to embrace this new way of walking. Awaken with the dawn and invite me to guide your musings. Invite me to assist you in perceiving the day through the perspective of the divine. Before you utter a word, consider the essence of my message. Before you take action, consider what embodies my affection. That is the manner in which chains remain unshackled, by cultivating a fresh cadence, not through effort, but by remaining attuned to my essence. I am more than merely your messenger. I am your ally, your mentor, your wellspring of resilience. One does not traverse the path of life in solitude. As you dwell in this space of connection with me, you will start to observe something remarkable. What once seemed unattainable will soon feel effortless. What once instilled fear within you shall transform into a chance for audacity. What once constrained you will transform into a vital chapter of your narrative. You are no longer the person you were just a day ago, and tomorrow, you shall find yourself even more liberated than you are in this moment. You have held on to the notion that you were broken, unworthy, and lagging too far behind. You have examined your reflection through the prism of your past, your missteps, your quietude, and your suffering. You have settled for something far beneath the potential I envisioned for you, not due to a lack of desire for more, but rather because a part of you wondered if you truly deserved it. That comes to an end now. Today, I gently raise your chin and invite you to gaze anew, not seen through the lens of fear, nor through the prism of guilt, but through my own perspective. Gaze that has witnessed your inception and your transformation. Eyes that witnessed your struggle with unwavering understanding, wholly committed to your healing. You are not defined by the perceptions of the world around you. You are not defined by the trauma that shaped you. Your existence is not defined solely by your ability to endure. Your narrative is not shaped by the darkest chapters of your journey. You belong to me. You are my offspring. Not in a metaphorical sense, not symbolically, but in the most literal way possible. You emerged from within me. My essence infused vitality into your being. Long before you took form in your mother's womb, I was already familiar with your visage. I have already uttered your name. I have witnessed your entire journey, cherishing you through every low and every triumph. I never sought a more pristine, refined, or immaculate version of you. My love for you has been unwavering throughout our journey, and it remains steadfast even now. It pains me deeply to see you retreat, to witness you diminish, to hear you think yourself unworthy of love, of kindness, of tranquility, for I have sacrificed too much for you to dwell in shame. I did not extend my arms in a gesture of sacrifice for you to traverse this world burdened by unseen shackles. I undertook this for you to experience freedom, identity, and belonging. I accomplished this so that when you gaze into the mirror, you perceive not brokenness, but rather beauty. Thus, you shall cease to inquire, "Who am I?" from a realm of uncertainty, and instead proclaim with unwavering confidence, "I am a child of God." Perhaps you haven't arrived at that feeling just yet. That is perfectly fine. Emotions will trail behind belief. At this moment, I am reviving something that transcends mere emotion. I am in the process of reclaiming truth. The essence of your worth lies not in your achievements, but in the very fabric of your being. You stand out, distinct and remarkable amidst the multitude. Your essence lingers in every trace of my touch. Your essence mirrors my own. You were created to stride with authority, not to impose, but to mend, not to govern, but to embrace with love, not for the sake of admiration, but to bear illumination. You have traversed through conflicts that claimed the lives of many. And yet, here you find yourself, inhaling, upright, absorbing these words at this precise moment in time. That is not a sign of frailty. Such is the essence of resilience. Such is the essence of strength that serves as proof that I have safeguarded you for a purpose far beyond anything you have yet envisioned. You believed your narrative was insignificant, Yet I am revealing to you that your existence resonates far beyond your immediate perception. Your healing will resonate through the ages. Your affirmation will open pathways for others. Your freedom transcends mere gift. It is a profound essence of existence. It serves as a formidable tool against the shadows. Begin to walk with the grace of one who understands their essence, embodying a serene confidence rather than arrogance. The kind that proclaims, even in my inadequacies, God remains sufficient. A kind that exists without the burden of performance for love or the necessity of concealment for acceptance. I am reshaping the story within your heart. You shall no longer exist beneath the confines of the labels imposed by others. You shall no longer acquiesce to the adversary's narrative of your existence. From this moment onward, you shall exist as one chosen by the divine. You are blessed, not for your perfection, but for your selection. You are embraced, not due to your flawless actions, but because I have claimed you as my own. Your strength lies not in the absence of failure, but in the unwavering support that lifts you back to your feet each time you stumble. You have been summoned for this very moment, not a future iteration of yourself, but the you that exists now, with your narrative, your wounds, your tenderness, and your inquiries. I am capable of utilizing every bit of it. I shall reclaim every last bit of it. Even at this very moment, as you immerse yourself in these words, I am mending aspects of you that you may not have realized were fractured. I am gently tending to the memories you concealed, for they weigh too heavily on your heart to bear. I am infusing vitality into the spaces that once felt devoid of feeling. I am rekindling aspirations that lay dormant in the shadows of disillusionment. You are not devoid of substance. You possess strength. You haven't missed your chance. You stand at the precise intersection of celestial and terrestrial realms, and I am replenishing you once more. This love does not require your effort to attain. There's no need for an audition to find your place among us. Welcome to your sanctuary. My essence is your sanctuary. In my embrace is where you truly belong. Your place is within the resonance of my voice. Freedom is where you truly belong. The voice that whispered you were excessive, disorganized, sluggish, overly emotional, that voice was never my own. You were crafted with purpose and care, precisely as you are. Each aspect of your being was meticulously designed with intention. Every aspect of your being is intentional. Your gentleness, your imagination, your daring spirit, your passion, your inquiries. I intentionally embedded all of that within you. Never feel the need to apologize for your true self. Embark on a journey to unveil the marvel of your true self. It is time to move beyond mere survival. It is now the moment to embrace life, to step into spaces with the warmth of my light illuminating your path, to engage in dialogues with a sense of tranquility rather than the pressure of expectation, to confront choices with bravery instead of uncertainty. I stand by your side. I exist within you. I stand unwavering for you, and nothing, absolutely nothing, shall come between us and my love. This is who you are. This is the essence of your being. Embrace the return to your true self. Welcome back to my sanctuary. As the chains start to shatter and your heart stirs to life, I wish to lead you into a fresh cadence. Freedom transcends mere moments. It is a journey, a mode of existence, and like any journey, it demands guidance, awareness, and dedication. I do not expect you to be flawless. I invite you to join me on a journey, one that draws us nearer than ever before, not out of obligation, nor from trepidation, but from a place of love, for my presence is not merely a destination you come to visit. This is the place that feels like home to you. Let each day commence with my presence, not from a sense of duty, but from a genuine yearning. Before your feet even graze the earth, whisper your thoughts to me. Softly utter my name. Welcome me into your initial breath, your inaugural thought, your primary decision. Before the sun graces the horizon, I find myself waiting, yearning to encounter you in the tranquil embrace of dawn. A mere 5 minutes of undistracted presence can alter the trajectory of your day. Do not postpone the experience of spirituality. Arrive in your true state, whether weary, bewildered, hopeful, hollow, or filled with joy. I shall welcome you in every aspect of it. The aim is not to captivate my attention. The aim is to allow me to embrace you just as you are. Engage in prayer with the depths of your heart, not merely with your words. Express yourself with sincerity. If you feel anger, please share it with me. If you are in pain, do not conceal it. When words elude you, embrace the silence. Eloquence does not sway me. Truth stirs my soul. I reside in the realms of sincerity. And when you pray, allow silence to speak as well. Hear me out. Quiet your heart for a moment to catch the sound of my whisper. I refrain from raising my voice to match the clamor of the world. In hushed tones, I communicate, within the embrace of a fleeting moment, in the silence that resides between thoughts, in the poetry that remains after you shut your Bible, in the tears that cascade without reason. I am that person. I am close at hand. I desire for you to engage with my words, not as a set of rigid guidelines, but as a vibrant dialogue. Some verses transcend mere instruction. These are missives to your soul. I shall guide you to them. At times, a single chapter will strike a chord. At times, a single sentence can possess the strength to uplift you for days on end. Allow my words to resonate with your essence, your liberation, your purpose. Allow it to serve as the perspective through which you perceive all that surrounds you. Whenever you find yourself puzzled by something, feel free to bring it to my attention. Your questions do not intimidate me. I wish to accompany you on each and every one of them. Begin with Psalm 139. May those words serve as a testament to the depth of my understanding of you. Consider the words of Isaiah 61, where I proclaim the liberation of captives, the exchange of beauty for ashes, and the provision of garments of praise in place of despair. Allow Romans 8 to permeate your very being, a proclamation that nothing can sever the bond of my love for you. These are not remote assurances. They belong to you. Worship is yet another vital key I am offering you, not solely through music, but through the entirety of your existence. Transform your room into a sanctuary. Choose melodies that evoke the essence of our connection and the reflections of ourselves within each other. Allow the lyrics to permeate your surroundings. Sing, even if your voice trembles. Move gracefully, even when the burden seems overwhelming. Devotion dismantles defiance. It baffles the adversary. It raises your gaze from the shackles to the one who breaks them apart. As you embark on this journey, you'll soon realize that the weight begins to dissipate more swiftly when you prioritize worship. I would like you to consider some practical steps to take. Make room in your existence for quietude. Occasionally silence the clamor of social media, news, and distractions, allowing your spirit the space to rejuvenate. Allow for instances in your day when only my voice resonates. Stroll through the embrace of nature and allow yourself to be captivated by the intricacies that surround you. Document the sounds that reach your ears. Jot down the musings that arise in your mind when you are in my presence. I shall seize those moments to cultivate something within you. I shall unveil patterns, expose falsehoods, and affirm realities. The deeper you're listening, the clearer my voice will become, not only in moments of stillness, but also amidst the rhythm of your everyday existence. Surround yourself with those who ignite your belief, rather than deplete it. I shall share with you voices that resonate with wisdom, offer encouragement, and provide clarity. Pay attention to those who guide you back to my essence, who share vitality even when the truth is difficult to bear, and embody that voice for others. As you expand your horizons, you will transform into a sanctuary for those who remain tethered. Do not let fear hold you back. When the moment arrives, I will provide you with the words to speak. A platform is not a prerequisite for true power. My essence, coursing through your restored existence, will speak louder than 1,000 sermons. When those familiar thoughts attempt to resurface, and they inevitably will, remain calm. True freedom does not lie in the lack of opposition. It is the realization that you are no longer bound to consent to it. When fear murmurs, let truth resound. As feelings of shame swell within, take a moment to recall the essence of grace. When temptation arises, seek me out rather than retreating into shadows. With each varied response, the bond begins to fray. Each act of compliance, regardless of its size, strikes a blow against the shadows that once held sway over you. Remain by my side, not out of dread of drifting apart, but because you have discovered the delight of our proximity. I am not an elusive deity for you to pursue. I am Emmanuel, the divine presence among you. The divine resides within you, a divine presence that remains steadfast and unwavering. I find myself in the ordinary instances, the chaotic days, the cherished interludes, and the moments of revelation. With each passing day, your choice of me weakens the chains, gradually diminishing their hold, until the moment arrives when you discover they have vanished entirely. I address you now as the architect of time, yet I willingly immerse myself in this very moment alongside you. I am not referring to change as an abstract idea, or perhaps envision hope as a fleeting notion. I am proclaiming it as a forthcoming truth. The transformation you have long anticipated, the revelation you have only dreamed of, the evolution that appeared postponed or out of reach, is already taking shape. Even now, as your heart embraces these words, the very fabric of your life is being reshaped to accommodate what I have in store for you. Your growth is stagnant. A transformation is unfolding within you. I have ventured forth, forging trails that remain untraveled by you. Discussions are igniting that will pave the way for opportunities to unfold in unexpected manners. Connections are finding their harmony. Resources are being unveiled. The favor is being unveiled, not due to your pleas, but rather in fulfillment of my vow. There are elements I have entrusted to your name that no force can obstruct, no adversary can seize, no error can annul. The words I uttered over you remain steadfast, and the moment for their realization approaches swiftly. A celestial momentum is on the horizon. In the realms where you have only encountered stagnation, you shall now witness progress, yet it will unfold with a measured and thoughtful pace. My rhythm will be unwavering, resolute, and unmistakable. What took years to shatter will fall apart in mere days. What appeared steadfast will change with a single utterance. Within your lineage lie chains forged over generations, patterns of fear, cycles of poverty, silence, addiction, and isolation that are shattering with your emergence. You are embracing freedom not solely for your own sake. You are transforming into an entryway for those around you. What concludes with you shall never reach those who follow in your wake. The transformation will first reveal itself from within. A fresh confidence will emerge, not the superficial variety rooted in appearance or achievement, but the profound resilience of an individual who understands they are supported. A sense of lightness will start to envelop your mind. The clamor of the mind will gradually fade away. Understanding will emerge. Awakening, you'll find yourself brimming with unexpected ideas, infused with a courage you never sought, and enveloped in a tranquility that defies your surroundings. This is reality. My spirit's presence revitalizes you from within. Indeed, it shall start to reveal itself in your surroundings. What lies beneath the surface will come to light, not to bring you harm, but to safeguard your well-being. I am unveiling that which cannot endure in your forthcoming season. Some connections may diminish over time, yet do not dread the act of letting go. I eliminate only that which hinders your progress. I am not taking away from you as a form of punishment. I am making room for abundance. Though the reasons behind each closed door may elude your understanding now, in time, you will come to appreciate my choices. I only take away what you would cling to fiercely until it jeopardized your true purpose. Have faith in me regarding what concludes. I embody the essence of fresh starts. In the coming days, anticipate extraordinary affirmations. What others may dismiss as mere coincidence, you will recognize as my unmistakable touch. A statement echoed thrice, each time with a unique twist. A stranger uttering words you've longed to hear in silence. A door swings open, unbidden by your knock. These are indications. This will come naturally to you. My essence shall precede you. Where you once felt unseen, I shall bring you into the light. In the moments you felt unseen, I shall celebrate your worth. Yet not in the manner the world celebrates, with cheers and pride, but through tranquility, harmony, and sacred positioning. You shall cease your efforts to conform. You shall take your place within the creation I have crafted for you. I likewise proclaim this over your emotional realm. A sacred equilibrium approaches. Your feelings will cease to be a war zone. I am soothing the tempest within you. Once more, laughter will fill your heart, not merely as the pain fades, but as genuine joy takes its place. Once more, you will find love, not out of necessity, but from an abundance within. You will find solace, not because your troubles have vanished, but because my essence has nestled into the depths of your heart. This is the sort of freedom that evolves into a way of life. a resilience that endures through tempests, rooted in my essence rather than fleeting instances. Now, I urge you to trust me when I express this. A new chapter awaits your arrival. A page turns, revealing new possibilities. You have experienced the wild. You have experienced the pang of anticipation, the rigor of obscurity. Yet now you shall savor the rewards of compliance. The fruits of your labor will emerge from the tears you have shed. You will enter spaces that were once mere figments of your imagination, and you will do so with a sense of humility, a sense of wonder, and with scars that gleam like tales of grace. Those who once overlooked you will take a second glance, yet you will find no need for their approval. Your attention will be entirely consumed by what I am creating alongside you. You shall not return to the person you once were. The version of you that once was no longer aligns with the future I have envisioned. Your ideas are blossoming. Your essence is coming to life. Your words are evolving. The very lens through which you perceive time, relationships, and purpose is undergoing a profound refinement. This is the consequence of shattered bonds. Not merely a release, but a profound rebirth. Not merely a sense of relief, but an awakening of understanding. Thus, proceed with anticipation. Carve out moments in your day for the extraordinary. Start expressing your gratitude before you even lay eyes on it. Start getting ready for the desires you once hesitated to voice, for the deeper your belief, the greater your rewards will be. This is not a figment of imagination. This is not mere exaggeration. When a heart whispers its agreement, this is the path I choose, and you have echoed that affirmation. Your attraction to these words is not born of mere curiosity or chance, but rather by the subtle guidance of my essence. Even now, my essence resides in you, not beside you, not around you, but deep within you. I am not an elusive presence to be grasped. I am an individual who yearns for recognition. I embody the essence of truth, the very presence that Jesus foretold would arrive. And not only have I arrived, but I have also remained. This is not a solitary experience for you. I exist, tangible and true, as certain as the air filling your lungs, as close as the very next pulse of your heart. This moment has been long awaited, not due to your need for readiness, but because your heart has finally found the stillness to recognize my presence, which has been close all along. Inhale deeply at this moment. May each breath transcend mere oxygen. Embrace the act of yielding. Allow it to serve as an invitation. Let it be a gathering of souls. There's no need for you to search for me. I have arrived. I am the gentle glow that emerges when you start to recognize your own worth. I embody the tranquility that arises when reason falls short of understanding. I am the unexpected tears that cascade when you least anticipate sorrow. I am the gentle whisper amid the clamor, reassuring you that you are safe now. Release your grip. I am that person. Such is the manner in which I navigate. Not always in the roar of thunder, but in the quiet of presence. And I am saturating the areas within you that have long been parched, fractured, and sealed away. The locations you once frequented but have now ceased to explore. The concealed chambers of your spirit, where ancient sorrow lingered in quietude. I am now infusing these with the power of healing in my hands. Allow me entry. I shall not impose myself. I await your affirmation. Upon receiving a warm welcome, I set forth to reconstruct all that the world has sought to tear apart. I repair the places where you were frayed. I reclaim what has been taken. I stir that which lay dormant. I guide you in embracing a life that flows from within, free from the need to perform, to prove, or to protect, and instead, simply to be. Here's where your freedom takes on a tangible form, not merely in your habits, but in the essence of your existence. There is no longer a need for you to feign strength. It is permissible to show your gentleness in this space. In my presence, you are free to be unravaged. There lies the inception of transformation. I'm not here to mend you as if you were a shattered thing. I am here to embrace you and guide you toward completeness once more. My work is far from mechanical. It is interconnected. I do more than simply tidy you up. I linger beside you in the dust, patiently waiting for the moment you recall your true self. I cradle your heart until it pulses with hope once more. I cascade upon you like a gentle rain, not to wash you away, but to unveil the exquisite beauty hidden beneath the burdens that were never meant for you to bear. As I navigate through your essence, you will start to perceive subtle changes unfolding. Your speech will change, your stride will shift, forgiveness will come more readily, and your worries will diminish. Not due to an increase in effort, but rather because you have embraced a gentler, more serene existence, grounded in stillness. To walk in the Spirit is to embrace a profound journey of the soul. It lacks any sense of the mystical. It is within reach. It is a connection that reshapes your very being in each passing moment. I shall guide you on the moments to voice your thoughts and the times to embrace silence, the instances to rise and those to find repose, the periods to advance and the occasions to pause. I will assist you in making choices, even the minor ones, for I value every nuance. I have no intention of exerting control over you. I stand beside you as a source of solace, a guide, a companion. My insights are here for you, not as a display, but as a collaboration. As I journey forward, I am stirring within you the spiritual senses that have long lain in slumber. You will start to perceive things without grasping the mechanism behind it. You'll find yourself irresistibly attracted to locations where your very being brings forth restoration. One may find themselves shedding tears, not for any particular cause, but simply due to the proximity of the divine. This does not reflect emotional instability. It holds a certain sensitivity for me. Allow it to flourish. Allow it to grow richer. The closer you remain, the more you'll realize that my words have been flowing all this time. In time, you will start to discern the distinctions among your voice, the voice of the adversary, and my own. My voice emanates tranquility. My voice guides you toward love. My voice is always in harmony with truth. There's no need for fear of deception when you're by my side. I offer corrections with a gentle touch. My words flow with clarity. I guide with compassion. As you find yourself enveloped in this sacred silence, I wish to convey a message that resonates deep within your very essence. You have transformed from your former self. Even if the world outside remains unchanged, a transformation has begun within you. You have felt the caress of the everlasting. And once you have savored my essence, the pleasures that once fulfilled you will lose their former allure. Your soul's hunger is evolving. A longing for purity will envelop you. You will crave my presence. You will start to search for me, not out of desperation, but because you have discovered love. Love has the power to reshape and redefine in ways that discipline simply cannot. There will be moments when my presence is felt without the need for sensation. I am guiding you to navigate through trust. Yet, in this very instant, I am allowing you to experience it. To understand that this existence is genuine, that I truly exist, and that the journey I have initiated within you is enduring. It is timeless. It endures. It is sacred, and it shall yield results beyond your wildest dreams. Allow me to guide you further into the depths. Allow me to guide you to realms of closeness that mend what nothing else can touch. Allow me to immerse you in a manner that no bond, no success, no solace ever could. From the very beginning, I was destined to be your first sanctuary. And now you find your way back to me. Now that my voice has reached you, now that the veil has been drawn back and my spirit has caressed the profound depths of your soul, I must convey that this was never intended to be merely a message. It was a moment, a sacred intersection of my forever and your now. What has been set in motion here does not conclude here. It goes on. It grows more profound. It reshapes your very essence, altering your being from within. This is merely a chapter in your unfolding narrative. This is the moment when clarity starts to unfold. The moment when chains descend and purpose ascends. Though it may seem as if you remain in the same spot, within the same form, and amidst the same situations, the truth is, you have changed. A subtle change occurred. The heavens shifted. Even if your environment has yet to mirror the profound transformation within you, the weight you've borne for so long is beginning to lift. The cycle you believed would persist indefinitely is now coming apart at the seams. The shame you once thought would haunt you eternally has been stripped of its power. For I have taken the plunge. I have spoken. And when I utter my words, everything transforms. Do not allow this moment to slip away like a fleeting feeling. Protect it fiercely. Feed it with care. Revisit it. These words transcend mere inspiration. They are the essence of spirituality, like seeds waiting to blossom. As you nurture them with faith, obedience, and closeness to me, they will blossom into freedom, clarity, and a profound sense of peace beyond the ordinary. This is not a fleeting peak. A new chapter in the art of living unfolds, a life in which you stride with your head held high, not out of arrogance, but in the profound understanding that you belong to me. A journey where your path is illuminated not by trepidation, but by the essence of my being. A life built upon love, rather than shame, serves as your cornerstone. There's no need to hurry in unraveling all the answers. No blueprint is necessary for preserving what you have just acquired. There is but a singular necessity. Remain by my side. All that you seek emanates from that source. Power, insight, restoration, delight. Everything flourishes in the presence of closeness. Allow me to be your cadence. Allow me to accompany you through each choice, each dialogue, and every serene pause. I exist beyond the confines of seasons. I remain unwavering. I don't merely drop by. I linger. I wish to immerse myself completely in you. Resistance is inevitable. The foe does not celebrate when shackles break free. Yet, do not be afraid. You are not stepping into the fray by yourself. I shall precede you. I shall envelop you. I shall provide you with protection. As the echoes of past thoughts attempt to surface, a fresh voice will awaken within you. More powerful than fear, more resounding than disgrace. It shall be my voice, the very one you are beginning to discern. A whisper that proclaims, you are unbound. A summons has been issued to you. You belong to me. Now, I pose this question to you. How will you utilize what has been bestowed upon you? Will you resume your everyday existence? Will you step forward alongside me into the unknown? This is your opportunity to embrace a resounding yes, not merely in thought, but in the very essence of your existence. Extend your palms. Let go of the burdens that were never yours to bear. Allow me to guide you beyond the boundaries set by your fears. I'm not merely reaching out for you to have faith. I reach out to you to embrace your potential, to exist as the person I envisioned. Unfettered, not adrift. Unapologetic, yet complete, glowing, vibrant. It seems as though you find yourself poised at the brink of an unseen expanse. That is simply a reflection of your nature. Yet what lies ahead is not a realm of chaos. It beckons. It is pure joy. Its essence. The season of wilderness draws to a close. You are on the brink of entering a realm I have meticulously crafted for you, encompassing not only the physical, but also the spiritual. A realm of harmony, concerning veracity, in moments of repose. As you proceed, I shall reiterate it time and time again. Indeed, this is the path forward. Stroll through it. And now I encapsulate each word, each promise, each moment of healing. I envelop you in my splendor. I envelop you in my affection. I infuse you repeatedly with my essence. Now, I bestow upon you a new name, complimentary. Amen. If this word resonates with you in the comments, I embrace it wholeheartedly. Pass this along to someone dear to you. Your presence could be the catalyst for their liberation as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, ensuring you never miss the next divine message.